Dominica's relationship with Trinidad and Tobago remains solid despite controversial OAS vote. And in sport, Jamaica dominates the 2018 Carifta Games. I'm Ricardo Roberts, and this is Caribbean in 10 for Tuesday, April the 3rd. I'll be back with the details after the break.
Well, it's important that the younger generation understands the threats to sea turtles because they're the next generation of environmental stewards. If we don't teach them young to be environmentally conscious, they won't be. They'll continue to throw plastic in the environment. They just won't do what's right for the animals out there.
Right. So what do you try to teach them?
Well, first thing in here, we do a program here called Rescue to Release. We actually rescue a sea turtle.
And just transfer these ramekins onto a wire rack to cool to room temperature. Once they're at room temperature, you can pop them in the fridge until they're fully chilled by putting about 1 to 2 teaspoons of sugar over the top of each creme brulee and swirl that around to coat the top evenly. So just start flaming the top and move in a circular motion. That way you're evenly browning the top rather than burning the sugar.
There's no bad blood between Dominica and Trinidad and Tobago over the position taken by a diplomat from the Twin Island Republics not to support a waiver of fees for the hurricane-hit Caribbean island at the Organization of American States, the OAS. In fact, Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says the relationship with Trinidad and Tobago remains solid. He communicated that position to CNC3 News in Trinidad and Tobago. He said that despite the miscommunication between the two countries, he remains optimistic about future relations. He said people of Dominica remain heartened by the support Trinidad and Tobago had given to the island after it was battered by Hurricane Maria in September last year. Last month's TNT representative at the OAS, Ambassador Anthony Philip Spencer, voted against Dominica's bid to waive its OAS contributions for the next 2 years. He had said that the country would instead consider supporting either the deferral of payments of contributions and, where possible, the implementation of a payment plan. Trinidad and Tobago's Ministry of Foreign Affairs subsequently distanced itself from that position and said Prime Minister Rowley had requested a report and it was investigating the circumstances which led to a public official's opposing vote. Jamaica's Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, is heading to the UK-based Privy Council to get the final word on whether the agency has the power to arrest or charge members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The decision to go this route comes 2 weeks after the appeal court ruling that INDECOM does not have that authority. INDECOM Commissioner Terence Williams told RJR News that lawyers for the commission have filed documents before the appeal court seeking leave to go to the Privy Council.
Of course, in the appeal which needs clarification, we have had 6 judges who have looked at the matter so far, and 3 have ruled one way, 1 another way, and 2 another way. So it is important for all the important issues in the case and constitutional issues in the case that they be finally adjudicated by a final court.
The appeal court ruled that the INDECOM Act does not give the agency or Williams the powers to arrest, charge, or prosecute members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force or the Jamaica Defense Force, but Williams insisted that members of his team can still arrest and charge police and soldiers in a private capacity under the common law. Still in Jamaica, a 44-year-old businessman who cloned and used the credit card belonging to Police Commissioner Anthony Anderson is due to reappear in court on May 1. Earl Hubbins was charged by the fraud squad after 83,000 Jamaica dollars procured through the illicit use of the Top Cops credit card was used to pay his son's school fee at a prominent high school. Police said members of a criminal network had cloned the credit card and had stolen more than $1 million from his account over a one-week period. Now, the investigations began last month, and police are working on a theory that two people, including a woman, created two cloned cards which have been used to purchase appliances, vehicle parts, and personal items. An earthquake with a magnitude of 4.6 rocked Haiti yesterday, but there were no immediate reports of injuries and damages on the French Caribbean nation that was devastated by a 6.0 magnitude quake in 2010. The quake was recorded at 9:46 a.m. and was located at sea about 108.4 kilometers south of Belans and 111.8 kilometers southeast of Marigot. It occurred less than 24 hours after another tremor was felt in at least 4 communes, Anse-Lavaux, Alise, Arnaud, and Petit-Trou, the Nips. And stay with us, your Midday Sport is next. Powerhouses, Jamaica stamped their authority early on the final day of the 47th Carifta Games, posting 3 new records as they swept the sprint hurdles finals at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium in the Bahamas yesterday evening. Their dominance was spearheaded by Crystal Morrison, who clocked 13.11 seconds in the girls under-17 event to smash Olympian Melanie Walker's 19-year-old record of 13.51 seconds. She also led Jamaica 1-2 with Akira Nugent finishing second in 13.35 seconds. Vashon Visiana extended his team's superiority in the under-17s, capturing the boys' equivalent in a record run of 13.60, pulling counterpart Javel Granville with him in 13.77. The previous mark of 13.75 was established by Guadeloupe's Willem Belocian in Montego Bay 7 years ago. Amoy Brown claimed the third record when she sped to a time of 13.15 seconds in the girls under 20, eclipsing Samantha Elliott's 8-year-old mark of 13.42 seconds. Now, once again, Jamaica locked down the first 2 places as Desiree Freeman followed Brown across the line in 13.39 seconds. Orlando Bennett was the only one not to establish a new record, but he did enough to successfully defend his boys under 20 crown when he crossed the line in a time of 13.35 seconds. And Guyana remained the only unbeaten side in the regional under-15 championship after trouncing Trinidad and Tobago by 32 runs to install themselves as front-runners in the competition. Playing in round 3 on Saturday, Guyana were dismissed for 105 in the 46th over after opting to bat first at the Windalco ground. The innings was tottering on 15 for 3 before a series of small partnerships, including Jonathan Rampasad putting on 23 for the third wicket with Zano Rambisami and 24 for the fourth with Rommel Datidi. That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.